Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you the build that I've been running for the Summoner, or as we like to call it, the Scummoner. I call this build the Phoenix Zoo. It's a build that I've adapted from an extremely good build made by another PvP player, Typhoon, which I used in my last video. A link to Typhoon's builds is in the description. If it's an extremely good build, you ask, then why bother playing a different build? Well, not everyone is as good a player as Typhoon, and others who recommended me this skill build. Not all of us are god gamers with godly mechanics and ping, so my aim with this build was to make it easier for noobs like myself to put out respectable damage while maintaining some survivability. The main benefit of this build over the original, in my opinion, is that it's much easier to play. Typhoon's build required good control of your zoo, in other words your minions, and their abilities, but also, due to ping or maybe my lack of skill, I found my damage output very variable with the original build. There were times when I found myself struggling to get the last bit of damage on an enemy to confirm the kill, and in fact a couple of times this has even cost me the match. The Phoenix Zoo is slightly better at dealing direct damage at range, thereby making it easier to play, because it's more forgiving. The biggest downside of this build is that you're trading off some defensive utility for more direct damage, which may make it harder for you if you're getting dived. Personally though, I found that if I was getting dived, it was by 3 blades and I was probably going to get hard comboed regardless of what defensive skill I used. At this point, the only thing that was going to save me from combos was my teammates. For stat points, I put max agility, 249 subdue and 1 critical. I find casting speed very important, especially on high ping. The 1 point into critical is so that we can actually crit. I say this because it wasn't apparent to me as a new player until someone actually explained it to me. In terms of skills, first we take Shreddy with 3-1-1 tripods. These tripods increase Shreddy's damage output significantly and allow Shreddy to become a close to mid-range threat. The idea here is to stack Shreddy attacks as quickly as possible to proc the flash effect on the level 3 tripod for even more damage. Next, we put points into Ryan's Blessing with 2-1-3 tripods. This is our main defensive utility that will help us escape mostly unharmed when we're about to get hard comboed. Ever been dived by a blade or a lance master and lost half your HP? Well, this shield can basically nullify all of that. You just have to press it before the combo actually starts. It also grants you Wisdom of the Ancients for more phoenixes. Next, we take Paru with 3-1 tripods. In this build, I chose to forego the active detonate skill because I found it slow and unreliable, since there's minion travel time to the target. Paru grants us Wisdom of the Ancients and deals extra damage with these tripods. Winged Spirit is next, and we put 2-3-1 tripods into this. This differs from Typhoon's build in the 3rd level tripod. I find that the Vortex tripod actually gives more kill potential due to the fact that its crits are extremely large, but are an unreliable spike in damage. Marilyn is our 5th skill, and we put tripods 2 and 2 in here. Charge Order is too good a skill to pass up for control purposes. I've literally had people complain they got crowd controlled all match because of this skill, plus knockdowns. Next up is Electric Discharge, and oh my god, this skill is incredible. We take it with the 2-1-2 tripods. Do not leave home without this skill. This skill is incredible because it's both offensive and defensive. It true combos into Bagron, the Worm ult, but also it's an extremely good defensive skill due to its stun. If you're really lucky, sometimes you'll stun 2 people with the 1 orb and it's actually hilarious. Then we have Spirit Rush with 2-2-1 tripods. This skill is iconic for the Summoner and 100% one of the reasons why most people hate this class. It damages, it knocks down, and it has a massive AoE. Lastly, we take Swift Windbirds. This is what makes this build the Phoenix Zoo, rather than just the zoo. We put 2-1-2 as our tripods here. We like more Wisdom of the Ancients, we like more damage, and we like it when a Phoenix shoots out after channeling because it does burst damage to crowd controlled or knocked down opponents. This is our main solution to the direct damage issue I mentioned earlier, and you can poke relatively safely with this. I find that 90% of the time I end up using the Phoenix identity, but you can also leave your identity on Dragon if you want more damage output at closer range. This skill is much harder to hit though. For our ult, we take the Worm for its true combo potential with Electric Discharge, but honestly, you could run Thor as well. And that's it. If you guys have any suggestions on what could be improved with this build, I'd love to hear it. But I hope that it can be a good starting place for any new players or players looking to pick up the Summoner in PvP. Thanks for watching, take care, and take it easy.